Welcome to another tier maker, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight, we've got a special treat for you. SecretlyRobin has redeemed a tier maker. And when someone is watching my stream live and they want to redeem a tier maker, they can use channel points. And they get to choose the topic. As long as it's a tier maker that already exists, because I'm not going to make a fresh one on the fly. It takes too long. And Robin found one that is programming languages logos. And he's asked me to rank the programming languages based on their logos alone. All right. I don't program. I don't code. I barely computer. All right. That's not quite true. I know what C+ is. I know what C++ is. Is that C#? I don't fucking know. But we're going to rank them. See, it's a programming language tier maker, but they have the logos. So the fact that I'm doing a tier maker means I'm just ranking the logos. All right, let's get into this. We're going to go in order. Now, this should be fun for a couple of you that are watching live on Twitch right now, because a couple of you do all that coding stuff. You like make computer stuff happen. ASM. This is a little too close to ASMR. And I don't like that very much. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. That's pretty quiet, isn't it? It's a little too close to ASMR. Oh, Koister says, odd that ASM made the list. It's not a language. It's a category. But don't know if languages like x86 have logos either. Let me say this. It's 3 letters in a sans serif font in a navy blue box. What a shit tier logo. Get that out of here. F. I mean, give us some imagination in the logo. What is that? That's nothing. If I could make that in 5 seconds in Paint, it's an F. Koister, don't bias him. No. Listen. Backseating is allowed here. But Robin wants my unbiased opinion. There's always influence from the chat. Every time. All right. This is a $ on a cube. It's hard to tell if it's 3-dimensional or not. Like, what is that? What is this? It's a $ and then a subscript. What? The other thing is, it's kind of a cube, kinda. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's something. It's a logo someone made, but it's kind of boring. We'll put it as a D for now. Now, all of the C's are going to be similar, except this one doesn't even really have a color, and it is just the letter C in a six-sided cube. Oh, I can't talk tonight. But it is a shape, and it has a little bit of shading. Right? There's a couple of different, there's like 2-tone. We'll give it a C. Now this C++, I like the navy blue and the lighter blue. There's also like another level here of shading. There's 3 colors. So it's the same logo. The C looks like the Cubs C. But that's not what it is, obviously. I'm going to put it as a higher C. But then the C is a C#. I'll put that as the highest C. Purple's a good color. A little bit of shading. Also kind of like the Cubs logo. This one here is not. These two are more like the Cubs C. We'll go ahead and make those all C's. Is there a reason why they're all ranked C? Because they're all C? Why, yes. You're correct. Bash, I think. Oh, for this cube one? Dunk, you are here. You're here to see me ranking programming languages based on their logos alone, because I don't code. All right, what is this? So this is like it's an interesting logo. By the way, chat, if you know what these are, and when I ask what is this, go ahead and type in the chat what it is. It's not going to affect my opinion either way. I'm just curious, like, what language is this? What language is this? I like that this is like a backwards E, but there's a little bit of a curve down here in the bottom. It's interesting. It's a little visually interesting. It makes me wonder, what does that stand for? Is it it almost looks like a military badge, like a sergeant badge a little bit. It's interesting. There's no color, but it has a little bit of a lean to it. I like it. If it had a little more color and a little bit, maybe a little bit of shading to it. Aww. Dunk with the resub with Prime. Thank you. Thank you for the Prime resub. You know, you said about a week ago that you said stream tomorrow and I'll give you my my Prime. And I said okay. And then you never showed up. But I'm not going to make you feel bad about it because you showed up anyway and you gave me that Prime. I appreciate that. I'm turning up the volume on the sub alert just a little bit because now it's too quiet. Some of these are for very specific applications. No, hey, Dunk, I'm just fucking with you, man. I appreciate the resub. FTN. So basically, what are they doing here? Oh, that's HTML3? Is that what that is? I do have the For the Doggos emote. It is on the channel, so you can only use it on my channel, but I wanted everybody to be able to use it, as well as the emotes for my 2 dogs' faces. The smiling faces. So, it's HTML3. Thank you. FTN. Fuck the nation? Like, I don't know what that stands for. I don't care. It looks like a New York Times serif font. Capital F, lower T, lower N. Who makes a logo that isn't all one font? Or it's all one font, but it's one capital and then 2 lowercase letters? What's that about? Also, there's no thought to the logo at all. There's just a line in there. It's pretty trashed here. I'm going to put it below the cube. Oh, Dunk, yeah, you see my my headbang emote. What did I also added a new I have 4 animated emotes. The teabag, actually, I want to show you this one because SecretlyRobin is in the chat. SecretlyRobin made that bouncing teabag emote for me. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Also, I made one not too long ago that chat can use sometimes when I'm getting pissy. Calm down. I like that one. I like the font on that one. Okay. This is a little blue bear of some kind. Is this a bear? Is that a bear? It's got derpy teeth. Its legs, it's like little stubs. I'm wondering what this even is. But there's thought put into this logo, and for that alone, it's A tier, because most of these are kind of all varying levels of shit tier. Someone made that. Might be a junior high kid, grade school kid, I don't know. My guess is someone high up in the company had a kid that made it, and instead of sticking it on the fridge, they made it the company logo. But you know what? They tried. A. It's like the Linux penguin, right? It's iconic. Go for the Go language made by Google. Ah. Oh, okay. Well, Dunk, thank you so much for stopping by and for giving me that sub, man. Appreciate that. And you'll keep it tabbed. I appreciate the lurk, and I will post this separately on my YouTube channel soon, so you'll be able to watch it. Maybe I'll post it for the weekend. All right, this is... What Greek letter is that? But there's 2 of them, and then an equal sign. I mean, it's just a couple of kind of like Greek letters and an equal sign. It's... Yeah... What is it with programmers and making logos that are really lame? I don't understand this. For the doggos. All right, now here's a 5 that looks like an S, but it has some shading. It's a shape. It's Lambda. Okay. Oh, like Half-Life. Logo is for Haskell. I appreciate all the intel. I've seen this logo before. I've seen this. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it. It's cool. HTML5. That's what that is. I got that one. You know why? Because the HTML was hiding here. It's HTML5. I like that logo. I think it's nice. I'm even going to put it up ahead of the bear because it's like a badge. It's like, or a shield. It's like a shield. It's strong looking. It's a strong logo. HTML5 is that new stuff. Now this one's Java. Ah, look at me. I know. This is iconic. I've got to put it up in the A. It's a cup of coffee, Java, right? I get it. You can see the steam of the coffee. That is an imaginative logo. You look at it, you immediately know what it is. And I think they've done different versions or variations of that logo over the years. I like it. That's what new Flash games are made in. Since Flash is dead now. I haven't been able to, because I don't have admin rights on my laptop for my work computer. And it just every like 4 or 5 days it comes up saying you need to uninstall Flash, and I'm like, I can't. And then when I click close, it pulls up a web page showing me how to uninstall, and I'm like, fuck you. I don't know how to uninstall it. Actually, I do know how. I just can't because I don't have admin rights. It's not worth pinging someone in IT. Hey, will you get on my computer, remote into my computer, and remove Flash? All right, this is JS, JavaScript. Fucking trash. What is this? This okay, I'm only gonna give them a tiny bit of credit because no, you know, I'm not. It's worse than ASM. What is that? Honestly, it is worth pinging someone in IT though. Why? Is my computer gonna run better without Flash? Like, nothing uses Flash. That logo's terrible. It's just a square with a couple of letters. Like, literally, these are the worst. You unimaginative fucks. Now this is interesting. Love the color pattern. It almost looks like a skin from Valorant, all right? Not the Horizon, but something like that. I don't know what logo this is. I don't know. But I'm actually going to rank it ahead of this one. We've got a bird. Is that Adobe? Am I thinking wrong? Adobe doesn't have like a language, does it? It's a bird. I like it. Oh, it's the Latex Project. Okay, sure. I can't see anything on this black background. I know. Well, do you want the normal view? Do you want that? Do you want to be completely blinded? No, I'm sorry. I gotta go night mode. That's just how it has to be forever and ever. Amen. FTN is Fortran, a language from the mainframe era. I don't know if it's an official logo or a visual equivalent of a backronym. I don't care if it's a logo of a brand of garbage trucks. That's where it belongs, in the garbage. So Latex Project, we'll give it a low B. It's a bird. You've got a font here and some different letters. It says Latex Project below it. All right, we'll go low B. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it ahead of that one because the letters help add to it. This is a monster that's holding like is that a surrender flag? It looks like it got cut off there. You don't disagree. I love it. Love to hear it. And so I'm zooming in on this. I'm sorry. This thing has testicles for feet. All right, just because your kid drew the logo doesn't mean that it's good. I'm giving the bear too much credit. The bear needs to be down in B. It does. And if that's the case, this needs to be down here in D. We'll say the effort was there. High D. But what is this? You have testicles for feet. Those are nuts. Nut. I don't want to be involved in that. You're a D. It's a triangle flag that says Lisp. Okay. Cool. Never heard of it. Lua. Now, it was one letter away from luau. I might have rated it higher. Instead, we have like a planet with a shadow from a moon that's going around it. Almost like lunar. Okay. It's a simple logo, but it's getting something across. I'm good with that. I think it belongs up high in the B's. Not imaginative. It's just a few circles, but it's doing something. It's telling you something. I like that. I like that. Matlab. There's a font. There's an image. But it's still kind of boring. Like this is just like a 3D graph. We'll go ahead and move it up to high C because there's a little more effort and thought put into it. MySQL. with a little dolphin. The dolphin, again, puts it up a little higher, but we're going to put it below the C's because I like that there's texture, the shading to the C's. This is just a white square, MySQL, and a dolphin. There's a little bit of thought put into it, but not a lot. That's what Matlab is for. What is Matlab for? For doing 3D graphs? Okay. So they just said, hey, take one of those graphs and slap it on this blue background. It's a logo for graphing stuff. Lua specializes in embedding in other systems. I would guess the moon orbiting is a metaphor for that. Okay. I think the logo's good. I think the logo's good. It's not great, but it's good. Have you noticed there's no S tiers here yet? Have you noticed? No S tiers. Gary's mod used Lua. Gotcha. All right, Pearl. We have a Wikipedia picture of a camel, and then the word Pearl in a serif font on some blue. I mean, it's kind of here. It's kind of here. I mean, these two are pretty much the same. I'll give this a little bit more. There's two different colors used in the font, and the dolphin was a diagram instead of just some stock photo. So we'll go ahead and put you a little bit ahead. In fact, there was more thought put into that logo than that one. We'll put it low C. You're waiting to get to Ruby. We'll get there. PHP. So there's a little bit of shading on the not shading on the letters. Not drop shadow. Like when you in Photoshop you grow around the letters and just fill in a different color. I use that when I make my logos for game logos, when I edit my game logos for my thumbnails for YouTube. There's a little bit of shading in the logo. It looks like there's some light coming from the left to the right. I like that. But ultimately, this is just letters on a background with no other logo. I'm going to put it ahead of FTN, but that's as high as it can go. Embossed, beveled, or whatever. Yeah, one of those words. This is going right here. It's almost the same fucking thing. It's a little passport versus a cube. This has depth to it, so I'm going to put it ahead of that. But you have a greater than sign and a subscript, as opposed to a dollar sign and a subscript. I'm guessing these two are related. PowerShell. Repearl. It's the cover of the Learning Pearl book by O'Reilly, not actually a logo. They have similar covers for a lot of their books. Okay. So it's a teaching textbook? Like, when's the last time you had a textbook from school that didn't have the most boring ass cover? Alright. This has my attention. My head's in the way, so let me zoom out a little bit. You own a C++ textbook. This, I don't know what this is. But it looks like two like blob creatures, but they're like 96ing.
69, dudes!
No, not
69.
not 69, 96. Okay? If you say 69, you fail. It looks like a couple of blob creatures. I see Python, they're snakes. Okay, guess what? They're kind of chunky snakes. And I like that. I love the logo. There's two different colors here. There's not a three-dimensional to it, it's two-dimensional. But I like the color scheme. I like that there's imagination behind it. And it's almost like a plus sign. But I like that logo a lot. We're going to go ahead and make that S tier. Python makes me unreasonably upset. Well, I love the logo. Alright, here's the letter R. And a circle. And a little bit of shading. Like, you're ahead of this. You're basically on par with it. In fact, I put it behind this. The PHP looks a little bit better than just this R. There's no growth around it or drop shadow. Trash. Right? Who makes these? Do these companies pay like $100,000 to some creative company to come up with something the most boring ass shit that I can make in GIMP? Come on. Ruby. It's a Ruby. We'll go A tier. I like the detail. I like that you can almost kind of see through. Like it's almost a little bit translucent. the depth behind it is very good. In fact, I'm going to put it up at top of a... I think it's... If that's your logo name, if that's your name and that's the logo, it seems basic, but that's a good looking logo. I think that's fair. All right, I have to put this up here to see it. It's an R, but it's in a gear. So we'll put it slightly ahead of those, but not by much. Rust. There's your rust. Okay. You know, I would like a little more color. I would move it up. You know, I'm going to go actually, you know, I will. Because that font for that R is a little different. It's not a font you see every day. Way better than this shit. But I can't put it any higher than that. It's solid. It's a solid color. There's no color. You know what? The gear, though. We're going to move it up to C. I think the gear and the way that R sits in the gear puts it behind the C's, the C plus and everything, C++ and all that, but it's behind it. Ruby is an aesthetics focused language, nice to work with until you need Google level high performance. Okay, okay. Quasar, are you Googling some of these, or do you know all of this because you've worked with all these different ones? I'm just curious. Like, are you batting like 50% of these you know off the top of your head? Because you're explaining them. You're not just saying that's Rust or that's Ruby. You're like explaining what they are. I'm just wondering. For your job, I know you do a lot of coding and stuff. Do you use some of these, or you have experience with a bunch of them? Two left. I don't know what this is, but I feel like I would know. It's another bird, but it's in an orange logo, and you see the way the light behind it is a little darker, almost like it's moving towards the sun. Is this Icarus? That would be a person's head. It belongs up here with this bird. I almost want to put it a slightly bit ahead of it. I like what they're doing with the different shading of the orange behind it. I'm a sucker for orange. I like orange and black. I love those colors. All right, last we have Visual Basic. It's an infinity sign with the blue and the purple. I like that. That's one I don't recognize. I'm familiar with 2/3 to 3/4. Granted, familiar to various degrees. Okay. Swift is what it's called. Oh, this is Swift? I feel like I've seen that logo or one similar to it somewhere else. Visual Basic. I like the infinity logo. I do. One side's bigger than the other, and that side's purple versus a light blue. Like the purple and blue. Big fan of the colors. Visual Basic. They had to put the name of it in there. I don't know what the infinity symbol has to do with Visual Basic. I don't think it has anything to do with it at all. I don't. I think it's completely random. The logo in and of itself doesn't really relate to anything. But is it going to be like here with Matlab? I think that's where it belongs. Because I like the coloring. I like the logo. They put the name in there, but really whatever. At least Matlab, you can tell they do 3D graphing. That makes sense. Visual Basic, an infinity logo. But I do like the logo. I think it's clean, and I like the colors. So it's from the era of Microsoft loopy logos. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Visual Basic's pretty old, right? VS is the main editor I use. Even I don't know what the infinity has to do with it, other than maybe a riff of build times. Oh, so you use Visual Basic. That's your main editor you use. Interesting. Okay. Now, here's another question, and this is totally unrelated to the logos. How similar are some of these languages to each other? Is it like 5 of them are like the Romance languages? Like if you speak Italian, you can probably speak some Spanish because there's a lot of similarities in the words. Is there some similarity in some of these languages? I'm just curious. I also use Visual Studio. These are all over the board. Yeah, and I know you are both mentioning that some of these are completely unrelated, or this is a logo from a book versus, you know, the actual logos. So there's my tier maker ranking of programming logos, just the logos, nothing to do with the languages themselves. Maybe Python sucks as a language. Maybe ASM and JavaScript are fantastic. I have no bias in any of this. I'm just telling you, as someone who works a little bit with creative things, I mean, as a hobby, just photoshopping pictures here and there, but working with a creative department that does pack fronts for our releases and things, and, you know, being friends with some of those people and hearing them talk about the work they do with creative. These logos are a lot of crap, and a few I would say are above average. And then I like 4 of them. I think 4 of them are strong logos that someone put some thought into. The rest of them are varying levels of crap. That's my take. What do you think? What is your favorite logo on all of this? Post it in the chat right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment. Would appreciate that. Hell, throw me a like or a subscribe. That'd be great too. I'm trying to grow the YouTube channel. And there you go. Chat, there's something similar like English, Old English, actually Latin. Okay. There are some genres and paradigms that can be grouped into. Within a genre, you can probably have a reasonably simple time-changing language. So it's genres. So am I kind of close with what I'm saying about like Romance languages, etc.? You know, Latin-based languages. My favorite logo can't be separated from which one I prefer to use, C+ and Java. Yeah, we're just doing logos. See, that's the problem. Like, if we were to rank baseball team logos, I have biases towards or against almost the entire league, right? There are teams I fucking hate. There are teams I like, and there's one team that I love. I would not struggle though. I could honestly rank logos based on things. But the problem is all these teams have so many different logos. You'd have to say throwback logos. There'd have to be a tier maker of that. You know, I'm going to add that to my list. Ranking sports teams based only on their logos. That should be fun. This has opened up a can here. This has opened up a can of worms. Robin, I appreciate you doing this tier maker. I really do. C has become the kind of Latin of programming that's very much alive. For reals. I like the hexagons in C. I do. And the shading. All right. That's it for me. I'm done with this. I think this is a good place to call it a tier maker. Thanks for watching. And yeah. Have a great night.